Woo! It's been a ride, huh? It has been 500 chapters, and how many years was it? I have started Komi with chapter 304, around that time. But the thing that we're gonna talk about is chapter 449, the chapter that we thought was the last chapter before chapter 500 was released. So I'm gonna talk about it. At least this is gonna be a discussion video, and I wanna hear your opinions and comments in the comment section down below. But good morning, good afternoon, or good night, it's me, Jovial, and yeah, like I said, we're gonna talk about Komi chapter 449, the second to the last chapter. And before all of that, if you can, please donate down below and support me with the links down below, or do whatever things that can support the channels. So let's dive in, shall we, with this discussion video. I have just finished doing my last video, the Busu ni Hanatao discussion video regarding its anime and its concerns that I have, its main concern that I have. And now we're gonna talk about Komi-San chapter 449, the second to the last chapter. And was the last chapter for about 2 months, or how long before chapter 500 released. And I really do think that they should have ended it 500, at least to make the number round, or at least even chapter 500. It looks nice, right? But we're gonna talk about the ending in general, and I plan in the far future, if it ever happened, to make a full analysis like my other series and manga that I've watched, including cartoons, to make a full analysis video, complete, full, from the start to the finish. And this will be included the ending, because I'm gonna talk about the ending, at least a small chunk of what I'm gonna do in the future. This is like the initial reactions and the aftermath, and we have some time to think about the ending. And I have not seen it since until now, just to check if I am right about the chapter numbering. But let's talk about the ending. How many of you hated it? Because I feel like some of you would hate it. And how many of you do love it? I know there are a few of you, especially since the people who watch or knows what genre I am thinking about. Because when reading the ending, I find it weird. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I find it weird. I have found it weird. And the thing is, I may have found it weird because of one thing. The reason why I find it weird is because it is unfamiliar. The reason why I find it weird is in the first place because it feels like the ending is pulled out from a coming-of-age story, and hence the reason why I was unfamiliar with the ending. Why I find it weird because it is unfamiliar. I haven't watched a lot of coming-of-age shows or movies like Stand By Me, The Breakfast Club. I haven't seen those movies, but I know that they are some, at least popular in the West, examples of coming-of-age stories. And I feel like they are not really in, or it, or they're not a lot, or barely any at all in the modern times, in the modern society. I don't really feel like there are any new coming-of-age stories. I feel like the movie buffs or any TV series that is focused on coming-of-age feels like they are more hidden, because not a lot of people want to watch that. They want to watch drama, they want to watch comedy, they want to watch Avengers, Marvel, action, anything else, horror even. But I don't feel like a lot of people would want to watch coming-of-age stories. And that's the main point, because I feel like the reason some people would not like it, it's because it is unfamiliar to them, and it really is like they have took a left turn and just ran with it. And I do not dislike it. I kind of appreciate and admire it. But the thing is, I feel like people would like it more if the execution was better. Because let's be honest, I don't think the author has made that many manga before, besides Komi-San. Let me double check. Yep, that's their second before the Komi-San one-shot. And its genre, according to analysts, is action, comedy, and sci-fi. Well, I guess the comedy stayed. And I feel like the author really wanted to experiment, and it could have worked. it almost could have worked. The execution is just lacking because the lack of experience, and I feel like the author doesn't really double in around that genre too. And I honestly kind of get why they would do something like this. I, for one, would have expected a typical rom-com ending, or at least a comedic ending, knowing Komi-San. It's not far out of their reach, especially their one-shot gag. But some viewers, some readers, may not have anticipated it, or any at all. I think a small majority of people, less than 1% of who reads Komi-San, would expect that kind of ending. I admire it, I do not hate it, but I do not quite like it. I would have liked it if the execution was better, but it's just that the author has no experience with that field. It's a coming-of-age story, and it makes sense for Komi to end that way. Now that we're thinking about it, now that I've think about it, because the main goal of Komi was for Komi to make 100 friends, and she has made it. And Tadano is not really the main one. She is one of the two main characters, but it's Komi's story. She's the titular character after all. Sorry for the pronunciation. And Tadano is the face, and no, not the face. At least the front man, not the face. The voice that is gonna fill out Komi's thoughts for us to understand. That's my main talking point really, is that we are unfamiliar because the ending feels more like a coming-of-age ending. Something that is typical in that genre. I do not hate it. I do not really quite like it. I admire it though. But if the thing that you're gonna take away from this is the series feels incomplete, especially with chapter 500, I don't know how high the chances are gonna be, but I don't think I can rule out a Komi-San sequel. Because I feel like if they're gonna do a coming of age for the main series, and if the author has heard that people aren't satisfied with the ending because they are unfamiliar with it, they are unfamiliar with the genre, they are unfamiliar with the idea, I feel like if they're gonna make an ending that satisfies at least more than half of the audience, it has to be on a sequel. Because I kind of feel like they're gonna make a sequel alongside. And please, if you're gonna make a sequel, make it the Japanese translation of Komi-san knows how to communicate. It's just a few altercations. Instead of Komi can't communicate, Komi-san can communicate now. Remove the now, but Komi-san can communicate. That's it. And I want to hear discussions in the comment section. I want to read. So drop any belows. And that's it for me today. See you all next time. Peace and God bless you all. Love you all.